Okay, hello friends. So today's gonna be a very impromptu video. I just watched the new movie, Another Simple Favor, that is out on Amazon Prime, and we have to talk about it. This movie leans very heavily into camp. Now, if you've watched the first movie, just simply titled A Simple Favor, that was already quite evident that this is a more campy type of film. So in the first movie, we have a very stereotypical murder mystery vibe. Like those books that you always see at the airport with I don't know, like a house in the middle of a forest with like a one winding road to it, like a picture of that on the cover. This is the vibe that A Simple Favor gives as a movie, in my personal opinion. And don't get me wrong, I love those books. I love the vibe of a murder mystery. I'm here for it. Now, the way that the first movie, A Simple Favor, leans into those murder mystery vibes in the plot is quite evident. Firstly, the main character, played by Blake Lively, disappears without a trace. And then, of course, as in any good murder mystery, there comes the plots. Ooh, suddenly she resurfaces. She's alive. Not only is she alive, but she had a secret twin and she had a complete secret identity. No one knew in her personal life. She was hiding her past. Then we come across the story from her past, like the big mansion that they burned down together, the twins, and ooh, which twin is she? And then she's like the twin that you don't expect, and she murdered her other twin for her new secret life. And it has all the hallmarks of like a traditional murder mystery thriller, like twists and turns around every corner. And it's important to note that the first movie was actually based on a book. Now, I did not read the book. I want to put it out there. I feel like I'm always saying that on this channel. This movie was based on a book, but I didn't read the book. Okay, I like watching movies. I like reading books. Sometimes I do both for the same thing. Oftentimes not, like a normal person. So I cannot say for certain how much of this movie, original movie's plotline was based on the book and how much of it was inspired, reinvented by the director, what plot points he maybe wanted to focus on over others, blah, blah, blah. Things change along the way. It is part of the creative process. There's nothing wrong with that. And I do think that a book and a movie can both be equally really good in their own right and still be different. So I just want to put that out there. But for the new movie, Another Simple Favor, it is actually not based on a book. So they've made a completely new original screenplay for this movie. And what I think that they did really well was that they took the campy, over-the-top elements that made the first movie a success. Now, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. Not everything is going to be everyone's cup of tea. But if you like a little bit of a little twisty-turny moment, and you like a movie that is aware of the fact that it is a little twisty-turny moment and they're going to exploit it, then watch this movie. Now, I want to get to a point slowly. We're going to get there. We're still going to discuss the outfits. I just need to set the entire scene for you to understand in which context these outfits appear. Now, this is not a normal movie, is what I'm trying to say with my long intro here. The second movie took these elements that first featured in the first. Now, in the first one, we had Stephanie, who was the mom with her little YouTube channel or little blog, whatever, who's uncovered all of this from Emily. And she clearly is very like sleuthy, like internet sleuth vibes. And she was really good at that. And they took all of these things, these elements that were successful from the first movie, and they copied it and they made it extreme, more extreme. Like, and that's where the camp, I think, comes in. When you take something and you make it on purpose, over the top, but you're aware of the fact that it's crazy and over the top, and you play with it, you have fun with it. That is what we call camp, and I love camp. Now, a lot of movies do this where they are campy about serious topics. One of the movies I discussed not so long ago on my channel, from the 90s. What is this movie? Something Girlfriend. It's very pink, and it deals with like the camp aspect, like it's not the camp aspect of this, but you know, like these camps where LGBTQ children are often sent, and what is the word, like a rehabilitation, like a, what do you call that, one moment. You know, I have some weird search history now here on my phone, but on my internet, but I couldn't find what you call those types of camps, but you know what I mean. And they took something that I feel like is a very serious topic, and they had fun with it while still being aware of the fact that this is a big issue, and what happens at these camps are atrocious and are wrong. And they were able to still deliver the message that this is wrong while poking fun at it, and by poking fun at it. And I think that this is what this movie does very well. We see a lot of themes such as incest. We see a lot of twisty-turny plot points around Emily. Oh, now there's... does Emily have another twin? I don't know if you've watched the movie, so I don't want to spoil it, because there's always spoilers when I'm around. But let's get into it. So now you know what we're stepping into. We're stepping into camp. We're stepping into over the top. And I found this article by Al. Oh, now I have to find the thing again. But in any case, they had it with the costume designer of this movie. And she was talking a little bit about some of her favorite capri outfits. Because another aspect of this is, as with any successful sequel where people like it, is like, if you take something that works and you put it into like a destination, holiday, wedding, something like that, it just, I don't know, it just satisfies the urge in all of us, mere mortals, lower middle class, if not like the average person, you know, the average person urge to have a holiday, which we unfortunately cannot afford, but we live vicariously through cinema, as we have always done. So they take something that works, they put it in the destination wedding, which is capri. Oh, I just already ruined it. Emily is getting married, okay? But let's talk a little bit through the outfits that we see. Okay, so the first outfit that we see Blake's character Emily in is when she's like crashing Stephanie's book signing thing. And she comes in once again a tailored suit, which we saw a lot of in the first movie. A lot of like excruciatingly detailed tailored pieces, like the amount of skill that goes into tailoring a thing like that. And I can say that because I do sew in my free time. I also did study fashion design, and I tell you that it's hard, okay? So this is, but it's something that suits her so well. She does really shine in more tailored, structured pieces over maybe something like super loose and flowy. Not to say that she doesn't look good, because Blake has the Blake has the body of a supermodel. Like, she would look good in a potato sack, and I know we say that about some people, but she's really one of those people that would look extremely stunning and avant-garde in a potato sack. So yeah, she looks good in everything, but she looks great in tailored pieces. So the first thing we see her in is this look. And once again, we see the horizontal stripes. And what I found interesting, so the costume designer said, and I quote, "Though it was a subtle stripe, it was a horizontal stripe that referenced prison garb. The chains were wrapped around her wrist. The earrings almost reflect handcuffs, the bracelets the same." So once again, what do we call this? Camp. They are aware of what they are doing. They are playing with the surroundings, with the elements, with the plot points, in a way that they're having fun with it. And in general, I find movies like that just a little bit more entertaining to watch. So the next outfit that they were featuring in this article is this look where they're boarding the plane and Blake is dressed like a mob wife. She has the fedora on and is giving really like 50s, 60s vibes. So in the 50s and 60s, we got a little film noir movies, and it was black and white, even though at that point they could do Technicolor. And it oftentimes had like these mobsters or whatever. It dealt with darker themes, and it was set, we had a lot of movies around this time set in Italy or in general in Europe. And this reminds me of something that a leading actor would have worn in that outfit. And he would have worn this outfit in that movie. And I love it. And then we get her getting off the plane in Capri, and she's wearing this completely white outfit. This, once again, it's tailored suit, but it has these pole elements. So something that the film really does well, the costume designer does well, is we have these very tailored, structured suiting, but it still looks very sexy because they show a lot of skin at the same time, which normally we'd think with like a structured suit, how do you show skin in it? But they oftentimes leave away the blouse, like just that she's completely nude, naked underneath the blazer. Or they deal with it like this, where she is covered, but there's still the suggestion of her basically being naked under there because of the way the garment is constructed. And I do find it very beautiful. And what we're going to be seeing a lot in her outfits in this movie are hats. So we have the fedora, we have this hat, and then I want to kind of jump forward, and we have to discuss the hat, okay? If you've watched the movie, you know about the hat. So we see Emily going down the staircase and into the town, and it's like, ooh, what is Emily up to? She's being so sneaky. And then she's wearing this enormous hat. And when I say this hat is enormous, I mean that this hat is enormous. Just look at it. Look at it. It is huge. Like, you actually see her in the scene, like, she has to, like, lift the hat sometimes a little bit just to be able to see, which, like, no shit, like, how can you move around in that hat? But I love the drama. If there is a campy hat, it's that. Like, that hat is like, I want it. I need it in my life. It is absolutely stunning. It is absolutely beautiful. And it's more a work of art than a wearable garment. So, the hat. Okay, but how do we see her styling the hat? We of course see still a very monochromatic outfit. So all of these outfits, although they are over the top, they have an element of simpleness to them, whether it is in the structured, tailored design, or here the more monochromatic element. We every time see this mix of the avant-garde with the practical, or the, yeah, I guess that's the best way to put it. Avant-garde meets practical are these outfits, or avant-garde meets simple are these outfits, because all of her outfits are not made practical, but they have, I guess what you can say, practical elements to them, or simple elements to them. And this outfit is absolutely drama. Like, the skirt has this big bow on it, you have the gloves, you have her shoes in this film. I could just talk about her shoes for hours that she wears in this film. Louis Vuittons in every single outfit. They're beautiful, okay? They're beautiful. I'm here for it. And then we're gonna talk about her wedding look. And of course, she's not gonna wear just any big princess gown, is she? Although her dress is huge. But it's not just a dress. She's wearing a fucking latex jumpsuit. She's wearing a white, skin-tight latex jumpsuit with the freaking, like, it's not even elbow-length gloves. It's like opera-length gloves. She's wearing them. With the flower details, which are mimicked in the outfits throughout this movie, not just in her outfits, but also in Stephanie's outfits. And I think that was really, they were trying to play with the Capri destination wedding vibe. That is how it comes through for me mainly, is the more natural elements. Although, like, is there anything natural about like white latex flower? No, but we're here for it. And of course, this dress. It's not just a dress, okay? We have the jumpsuit, we have the huge ass skirt, and then we have this veil. And this veil, I don't know who designed the veil. I have to look a little bit into it, but it does remind me of a designer who basically made this collection of dresses where it also looked like there was like blood coming off of the dresses all through rhinestones and beadwork. And maybe it's the same one, and I'm like not the best with names of designers, so I will like insert pictures for reference, okay? And of course, This is a campy movie. So the outfit is there to suggest something to us. Is someone just gonna casually wear a lace, like this veil with like, that looks like it's covered in blood? Of course, I mean, Emily's character would wear it, but it's there to tell us something is coming. This movie is aware of itself. It's to signal to the audience shit is about to go down. And shit did go down. If you watch the movie, shit did go down, and I was there for it. I was very entertained. Okay, then we have a few of Stephanie's outfits, and I love the dress that she wore to the wedding itself. It's also, or is it like the rehearsal direct? It was the rehearsal wedding. Absolutely beautiful, pink floral. I love the top of it. I love the skirt of it. I would wear this dress 1000%. And what I did not like, okay, in this film is the amount of references, or maybe it was just one or two, but I felt like it was too much. How many references were just made to the fact that Stephanie was like average and not pretty. And if you look at Anna Kendrick, I think she's also stunning. She's beautiful. But that's just like an indication. In films, we are so used to seeing these stunningly beautiful actresses, and then you like pin these like model worthy actresses together, and suddenly like the definition of average or plain just shifts, and that does not take into account just like us mere mortals. And I do think watching that as the audience and constantly getting those messages in films lead to us feeling inadequate and ugly. Side note, okay, let's go on. Another look that I also loved from Stephanie was this like coat that she wore. This was also on the night of the wedding, and I do think it is beautiful, it is iconic, it is symbolic, because she's wearing her little trench coat thing, which is very reminiscent of like the investigator. What do you call someone who solves crimes? A detective. It's very reminiscent of like a little detective trench coat. And shit went down, and there she was, ready to detect, ready to investigate. And I love this color on her. It's reminiscent of the other colors found throughout the movie. Plays in this pastel-y palette with the blues, the pinks, the whites. And I think that is a great way of bringing in the fact that yes, they are in Capri, darling. They are in Capri, and playing with the colors of their surroundings in a way that feels then very harmonious with the scenes themselves, but still the looks each have something to say. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and it's not a total train wreck, because normally I plan shit out because yeah, I ramble, but I like this movie. I wanted to talk about it. So if you like this video, then please subscribe, like the video, and I would like to hear your own opinions about the movie, because it was wild. And I would also like to hear your opinions about the outfits, if there's like one that I should have talked about, which I did not, because I could have talked about. I need to stop talking. Okay, I hope you have a great day, and bye bye.